could be driving a...
Over the last 10 years, Honda's won more U.S. News and World Report awards than any other brand. And now, for the second straight year, Honda's been named the best car brand for 2023. Come get your Honda today at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Siga Lane.
Bopping along.
Yeah,
right?
we are bopping along. Welcome, Sydney Goldberg.
Hey.
Matt has shrunk a few.
Yeah.
Lots of changes on this Friday.
Working out the quads.
I was about to say, he's been lunging. I
Doing
wish I could
splits.
see this deep lunge. He's been in it for a solid 3 minutes.
It burns.
I know, please, we need...
burns so bad.
Careful now. Oh,
Okay,
crew.
yeah. So welcome to WAFB Plus,
Yes.
9:15 for 9 News now. Standing in for Dr. Steve. Actually, somebody who works with us very closely. Liz just introduced you to Sydney.
protege.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So happy to have Sydney with us this
Yes.
morning, which, look, we always start off with the weather for a reason.
Yep.
I mean, we got the weekend on the way. A couple of good days, but then we got to get ready for
Right,
Sunday.
right,
Whew.
yeah. So it's definitely going to be colder today.
Yeah.
A nice
Okay.
look over Falls River right
Yeah, it's
now.
gorgeous.
So chilly day today, but so tomorrow it is going to be a little bit warmer. And we will have one more dry day until Sunday. We do have those rains moving in. We do have a low end risk of severe weather on Sunday. So we do have to watch for that flash flooding on Sunday. And then we have rain pretty much throughout the rest of the week. So if you have any outdoor plans, definitely get that done today or tomorrow because it's looking pretty wet for the rest of the week.
You said you had actually made plans. You got the Saturday plans for outdoors. It's homework
Yeah.
time and final studies time for you
yeah.
on Sunday,
Right.
So I mean, she's
Yeah, Sunday's
taking
going
her
to
own
be my
advice.
homework day because it's
Yeah.
raining on Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow. All right. Well,
Yeah.
Sydney, thank you.
Appreciate it.
We'll
Yeah,
check back at you in just a little bit. We're also following a number of news headlines.
Yeah.
Today has already gotten kind of busy and crazy.
It is. Now this is a headline that began Thursday evening, right? A shooting in Baton Rouge. Victim now identified, 21-year-old victim now identified.
Yeah.
Rajane Williams. This is the shooting on Mission Drive.
Yeah, if you'll remember, this happened a little bit earlier on this week, and so there's still another person who has been critically injured. That 18-year-old has
Yeah.
not yet been identified, but we just know that that person's still kind of dealing with some injuries in the hospital right now. But as Matt mentioned, the big news with this story in the last hour, one of those victims identified is 21-year-old Rajane Williams.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Again, yeah, so BRPD investigating that. EBRSO investigating another shooting as well.
Yeah.
Also from Thursday evening. So a lot that they are working through. We're working with investigators as well. We'll bring you the very latest, of course, as we kind of move through this. So that is all happening, right?
Yeah.
This is happening last night into the overnight hours as well.
Yeah.
A manhunt in Gonzales that, well, it didn't start there.
Let's say, so if you were maybe grabbing dinner at
Yeah.
the Jack in the Box there in Gonzales, you're probably noticing, whoa, there's a lot of police out there. This is what that scene looked like, between 7 and 8
Right.
last night. So this is actually kind of where a crime scene that started in Gulfport, Mississippi, that's where this ended up. We're told from our sister station that a number of people involved in shooting a retired police officer
Yeah.
from Vicksburg at his home in Gulfport. It turns out a couple hours go by, this ends up here. A manhunt ending in Gonzales at the Jack in the Box. 8 people detained,
Yeah.
all waking up in Gonzales Parish Jail Gonzales Police Jail this morning.
And so Vicksburg PD working pretty close with them, letting Gonzales PD know what's
Yeah.
going on. They spotted them. Gonzales PD spotted who they thought might have been involved. Tried to pull them over, chase ensued, and as you mentioned, this is where it ends. You know where this is, the Jack in the Box right there on Airline Highway. But as Liz mentioned, 8 people behind those bars this morning, waking up. What happens now? The retired officer said to be doing okay in the hospital right now, which is the best news.
Yeah.
But yeah, all those arrests made. We'll see what happens now between Gonzales PD and the folks over in Mississippi.
That investigation is happening now as those investigators make their way down to Louisiana and figure out the latest.
Latest here, huh?
Yeah.
So what you're seeing here, and you may have seen it already,
Yeah.
some new video from the Tigerland area, Reggie's Bar. You know the story we're talking about, the death of Madison Brooks, LSU sophomore, and the circumstances surrounding that. You're seeing that right there. Again, that video, 4 individuals walking out ahead of her. Investigators saying the person catching up to those 4 individuals is Madison Brooks. Those 4 individuals, the 4 men, under arrest and now charged in some way with potential sexual assault.
There's a lot of moving parts here. So obviously, day by day, we're learning more information. within the last 12 hours, WAFB getting eyes on this
Yeah.
video, the surveillance video from that parking lot. Today at noon, though, the attorneys for some of the suspects here, they're having a news conference kind of detailing what their perspective is. So we anticipate to learn a little bit more about this. And this comes as we've learned 3 of the suspects, 3 out of the 4 have bonded out of jail.
Right.
It's the 17-year-old that's still in jail waiting a bond hearing in February with that first-degree rape charge that we're waiting on.
So what are the attorneys going to be saying today?
Yeah.
What do they have in mind? Why now? Obviously, it's very fresh. They want to get out the information, but what is it so important that they need to get out now?
Yeah.
Set for noon. We're obviously going to have a crew there. We'll let everybody know because obviously this has a lot of attention.
And we keep learning new things day by day.
Exactly right.
Okay.
We'll let you know. So all that's going on, right? This story from Callie Hubbard, kind of at its base, hoping to maybe prevent some kind of violence. Gun range in Baton Rouge, opening up a free session for certain individuals.
Free is the key word here. So oftentimes our local law enforcement agencies host a number of gun training sessions for women, but those fill up so fast because those are free and because there's a limited amount of spots. But a local gun range taking it upon themselves, precision firearms, saying, hey, it's gotten to a point where women need to know how to protect themselves, especially, like Matt said, if you have a protective order, you're in an urgent situation where your life is in danger. And we don't take that lightly. If you are scared for your own safety, for your family's safety, that's why they're offering this class to women who want to know how to defend themselves and maybe don't have the means to do it. They're doing this for free.
And so if it, as Liz mentioned, if it gets to that level where you're thinking that you maybe need this kind of protection, this is a spot you can go. This is specifically designed for women in that position. And it's not, it's not just guns. Callie was live this morning and they were talking about mace and mace spray and gel and tasers. And so it's all levels, right? But it does include how to obviously work a gun, what that takes, what that feels like, what it's going to be like in the moment, how you carry it. So again, the concealed carry stuff is pretty important to know. So if this is you, you find yourself in that spot, this may be your spot.
And if you know somebody who could benefit from it, go ahead and privately send it to them. You never know if they may want to learn more information about it, but maybe can't seek that information on a browser, on a shared computer.
That's a good point.
Please share it with them privately because this could help some people.
You're exactly right. It's a very good point you just made.
Gosh.
Okay, so all that's going on. How about we lighten it up?
Please.
But how about we kick it up a notch as well?
Okay.
Because Southern University is going to need it tomorrow. Jag Nation, huge ball game, plural. One in particular, though, is actually for the conference lead. The men and women at the Mini Dome up on the bluff tomorrow. Both teams taking on Alcorn State.
That's why we had a special guest in studio with us this morning. Head coach Sean Wood. You may know the name, a former Kentucky Wildcat.
Exactly right.
Well, he now obviously head coach of the Southern men's team. So they're looking to come back. They're looking to make a big win tomorrow against Alcorn State.
So he'll be the first to tell you. They lost a game they shouldn't have, but then bounced back and won a game they should have. All even in the conference records with Alcorn State now, 6-1, 6-1. This is a battle for SWAC supremacy. And like any good coach, he's like, he's not projecting out. He's not looking ahead. But this game, I mean, Alcorn and Southern are playing like nobody else is going to beat them. This game could be the one. Alcorn's still got to play the likes of Grambling, that kind of thing. Southern's already beat Grambling. This could end up being the decision maker. You don't want to look far ahead, so just focus on this thing. This is at home. They want Big Blue Nation, the Jag version, not the Kentucky version, to show up en masse. There's 2 games. It ain't just the men. The men tip at 5:30. The women tip at 3.
Show up, show out. Make sure that atmosphere is so loud that Alcorn State fans are like, "Ooh, I don't want to come back."
Man, I don't want to be here.
Right.
Anymore.
Be nice. But make sure it's loud. You know?
Nice enough.
Yes.
Nice enough.
Yeah.
So there you go. We actually got a chance to talk even more sports with a good friend, Jordy Collada. LSU men have a ball game tomorrow. Trying to get off the schneid, a 7-game losing streak. It's all conference games. Tomorrow they're out of conference. Does that help? I don't know.
Fingers crossed it does. Texas Tech hasn't been having a good season either, so maybe that's going to benefit our favor tomorrow. Jordy was talking about that. He had John Brady on the show today.
Former coach?
Yeah, so that's going to be ready for you to watch, what, 12
right about noon
today?
our time,
Okay.
So there you go. That's all the places you can find it. You can always jump online right here,
Yeah.
do the WAFB Plus, and find it that way. Many places that Jordy puts all the content, but we're going to make sure it's here for you as well. Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, all the different things you can be a part of, including 9 News Now.
We try to make it easy,
Well,
right? That's the goal.
yeah.
That is the goal.
All right, so I don't know about you, but I'm starving.
Ooh, we're always starving.
I mean, it's just one of those things that I 46 degrees, I get that gets me going.
We were
I'm
talking
getting-
about
I'm getting
chili
hungry.
because
It's always time for
It's,
chili.
know?
it's gumbo weather.
it is
It
gumbo
is.
weather.
It is.
It's
Well,
gumbo.
well, here's the thing. I'm one of those. It could be 100 degrees out. I'll eat gumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it does taste better when it's cold down
Right.
here. But
But you can never go wrong with
Right.
that, you know?
we had it the other night. We had it was what's the day? Friday, Wednesday, Tuesday. We had it Tuesday night at the house.
Gumbo?
Well, it was
Oh.
left over,
Yeah.
and we made a triple batch like about a month ago, and still had a serving left for
Yeah.
5 people. And you know as well as I do, you let gumbo sit for a minute.
That heavenly flavor
Makes
has
it
been
even
brewing
better.
for a little
Oh,
bit.
It was so good. So yeah, you're right. Gumbo
Yeah,
weather.
it's gumbo.
I'll take
Ooh.
anything. How about chocolate cake?
Always,
Oh.
always.
How about the chocolate
It
cake?
is National Chocolate Cake Day. Look at that.
Yeah,
that's
it's
delicious.
believed to be the first chocolate cake was made in 1765
What? That's
when a
wild.
doctor and chocolate maker teamed up for the ultimate dessert. And Betty Crocker released their first chocolate cake mixes in 1947.
Betty Crocker.
I feel
Betty
like-
Crocker.
I mean, everybody knows the name Betty Crocker.
Yeah.
I feel like Miss Betty had been doing it even before.
You know,
47.
she's my go-to cake mix.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Betty
I have to
Crocker?
say,
That's
yeah.
a name that you can never go wrong with,
Yeah.
you know? Tried and true staple.
I don't know if I can do any chocolate cake today.
Why?
Because it's all king cakes.
You're right.
I don't know if I can do any more
right.
cakes. I mean, I'm normally a salt person anyway, but
That is true.
I
That
just-
is
I
true.
don't know if I can do chocolate cake today. Can I wait?
You can. You know what? We'll hold off until Mardi Gras and carnival season's over.
think
We'll
that's
give you a
right.
pass.
We'll
We'll give you a
postpone.
pass.
Okay,
We'll hold
postpone.
off. We'll hold off.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if I have a chocolate cake,
Yeah.
maybe it'll help ward off the evil freaking robots
Did
that are
y'all see
supposed to be coming
this?
and take over
This
our
is
world.
crazy.
What is this?
So you've heard of shapeshifters before,
Oh, yeah.
right?
It looks like a Lego.
It
It
is a
does
Lego.
look like a
Why-
Lego.
why is that a
You're
Lego?
right.
It looks like a Lego person.
In jail
You
is what
just-
it looks like.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
Is he sitting down?
It looks like animatronics, but this is a real thing.
Did he
Scientists. What? Oh, he's trying to get out. He's trying to break out. Let me move that out of the way. He
Wait, what?
melted out. Restore original shape by filling the mold.
Wait,
So-
what?
Shape shifting. This is something scientists are working on real time.
Yeah.
To make sure that these robots, the mini ones obviously, can shapeshift, even escape cages. So the video is actually dropped, like a music video, dropped as a part of the research. It was published on Wednesday in the scientific journal Matter. So the robot, you can see, starts solid in the cage, but it slowly liquefies to get out.
What?
Yeah, and guess where the scientists say they got their idea from?
Horror
Sea
movies.
cucumbers. I didn't know this. Sea is that considered a sea urchin?
Oh,
It can
it's-
alter their stiffness for protection and kind of shapeshift here.
This is very urgent. Yes.
That is alarming.
This doesn't end well for humanity. Are we just creating our future overlords?
This has the makings of a horror movie.
I wonder what they think they're going to use this for.
That's a good
Human
You know?
domination. We just create.
shapeshifting.
Shape
So maybe someone says, "Hey, I'm bringing in a bottle of water to a prison or to a super secret, top secret lab facility. Oh, I spilled my water bottle on the floor." That thing shapeshifts, make its way into a lab. Total domination.
Has nobody seen T2? Terminator 2? Has nobody seen that? The whole liquid metal thing?
Maybe that didn't get to China. I don't
What
know.
in the world is happening?
This is kind of terrifying.
It's going to be this guy
Yeah.
married up with like the Boston Dynamics stuff and the Chat GPT AI, and all of a sudden we're doomed.
All of the above.
And
All of
you
the
know, look,
above.
the world's core is now stopping and reversing,
Yeah.
and then they're going. How many conspiracy theories are you throw out
Oh,
right
I
now?
think we jammed in about a good 10. That's a good place to
Yeah.
start.
Can you have a core if the Earth is flat? Anybody want to
Think
start
about that over the weekend.
Anybody want to start chatting
Well,
with GPT?
maybe ChatGPT may have the answer.
Write me
AI.
a thesis on the Earth's core if the Earth is flat.
That is crazy.
That should be an interesting conversation. Yeah,
Okay.
all the conspiracy theories, but this is terrifying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, to get your mind off of that, hello again. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Just know, we warned you. We warned you that's in the works.
Yeah.
As Matt starts to deep lunge here, today's a good day to do that outside, maybe do some outside yoga.
Yeah, today and tomorrow are actually going to be the
Yeah.
day to get outside and be a part of the Sunday
Yeah.
indoor.
Right, definitely today, even though it is cold, and tomorrow will warm up. So right now we're looking at 46 degrees, but Sunday we do have that big rain moving through, and we have that flooding risk. And then through the rest of the week, still have those rain chances. So definitely get out today if you can.
Now's the perfect time to discover the enhanced Mazda CX-5, named the 2022 IIHS Safety Pick Plus Award winner, its highest safety award honor. Choose from over 55 CX-5s available at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.